Bridgerton Season 3 is one of the most hotly anticipated returning Netflix shows of them all. While the second series has just ended, that hasn't stopped everyone from eagerly awaiting the next installment in the Regency romp. With Bridgerton Season 3 and 4 already confirmed, there's a lot to get stuck into. Penn and Colin, Season 3 leads, played by Nicola Coughlan. Penelope is the youngest Featherington, best friend of proto-feminist Eloise Bridgerton, and the writer behind anonymous gossip sheet columnist Lady Whistledown. The Season 2 finale was a disaster for Penelope. She overheard the object of her unrequited affections, Colin Bridgerton, telling his pals that he'd never court her, and his sister Eloise had rumbled her Whistledown secret. It all ended in a painful fight that left Penn at rock bottom, friendless, humiliated, unloved, and with little to lose. The crisis pushed her to restart the Whistledown missives and lose herself in a world of arched brow catty gossip. In other words, Coughlan's character is now perfectly placed to lead Season 3. With well-defined romantic and friendship conflicts to resolve, the TV show has already accelerated much of Penelope's story from the books. It took 4 novels for readers to discover that Penn was the writer behind Lady Whistledown, while Netflix viewers learned her secret identity at the end of Season 1. Penn overheard Colin's tactless declaration in Book 3, but on TV it was pulled forward to Season 2. Is all this readying Penelope and Colin to jump ahead as Season 3's romantic leads? We're not necessarily going in order. On the promotional circuit for Season 2, Bridgerton mega producer Shonda Rhimes told Entertainment Tonight, "We're not necessarily going in order, but we are going to be seeing each of the siblings and their stories. That points to a couple of possibilities for the already commissioned Season 3 and 4. Either they're going to tell an ensemble story with multiple romantic Bridgerton pairings from this point on, or they've decided to switch the book order, perhaps making Penelope and Colin the focus of Season 3, instead of Benedict and new character Sophie Beckett. If it's the latter, it's a smart move, firstly because the TV show has dug much more groundwork for Penelope and Colin's characters than for Benedict's at this point. Colin's failed Season 1 engagement to Marina Thompson led to Season 2 scenes, fleshing out both her character and that of Sir Philip Crane. Colin's travels and dealings with the new scheming Lord Featherington position him as a considered character with sound morals, exactly who we want for Penelope. Conversely, Benedict's emotional character is currently less well developed, and more importantly in Book 3, An Offer from a Gentleman, he makes a pretty unlikable lead. Book 3's problems. An issue with the third Bridgerton book is that the titular offer from a gentleman isn't so much an offer as straight-up blackmail and coercion. In the book, when Benedict attempts to make a woman his mistress, she refuses, and so he more or less abducts her. Benedict tells the woman that he will falsely accuse her of stealing if she doesn't accompany him to London to be placed in his mother's household staff. Of course, being Bridgerton, it's all very steamy and romantic, and she's conflicted, and he's aware that he's not acting honorably. But all the same, it makes him hard to admire. Benedict wouldn't be the first Bridgerton whose actions are more than questionable. Many were dismayed to see the book scene in which Daphne forces husband Simon into sex against his consent. Yes, there's a word for that. Made it into Season 1 unchanged. That leads us to another problem. With adapting Book 3 for the frivolously beautified world of Bridgerton, a bomb of froofy production design and sumptuous costumery, An Offer from a Gentleman goes to a very nasty place. It begins as a Cinderella story, complete with wicked stepmother, 2 ugly sisters, and a ball where a poor servant in a masked disguise meets her Prince Charming. So far, so fairy tale. Then, after 2 years of searching for his elusive masquerade princess, Prince Charming stumbles upon her again at a party, but doesn't recognize her, dressed as a servant without the mask, where she's about to be gang raped. Naturally, Benedict rescues her and admonishes the so-called nobleman, but it's a horrible origin story, and one at odds with the generally low-stakes high escapism world of Bridgerton romance. Add in other moments, when Benedict has to stop himself from raising a hand to the woman, and when he later pins another woman against a wall by her neck, and it's clear that the TV adaptation will have serious trimming to do if Benedict Bridgerton is to be a worthy romantic hero for the TV show audience. Much better for the TV adaptation to skip Book 3. But, with filming due to begin this summer, these decisions have doubtless already been taken, and to tell Penelope and Colin's story first while building up Benedict's character in time for his starring moment. And when that starring moment comes, perhaps they could also come up with a replacement for the sexual assault rescue scene for the sake of everybody who watches Bridgerton to escape. That's it for today. Please be kind on liking and subscribing and sharing this video. We would be back with another quality review pretty soon. Till then, peace.